Okay, start recording. So just for us to see the components, this will be a text view. So we need to, I'll probably another text view here, an image view, and 2 buttons. But that's all we need. So I'm going to start a new project. Just like we did before, the empty activity one. Going to press next. And I'll call it my gallery. The rest is okay. And I'm going to press finish. So first, I'm going to implement the view. So first, I'm going to put here to show system Y. And then I'm going to take this off. And put a new text view on the top. Put the constraints to the left, to the right. It didn't go the way I wanted to. No. Put 0 and 0 here. That's good. And to the top also. 32. I'll change the style a little bit also. So put here display 1. Okay. Let's do a little bit different. Instead of use the constraints, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to use the linear layout. So I don't have to deal with a lot of constraints. Just for you to see another way to do it, okay? So I'm going to put here the linear layout. I'll put the constraints. Just have a little space between there and the top, so 8 for each size. And put the width and height to match the constraints. So I put here linear layout. So every time that I add a new component, you put kind of like a stack and keep dividing my interface, okay? Yes.
Will linear layout take all the pages?
Yes, this will take all the screen size, okay?
And why the width and height are both 0 dp?
0 dps, because 0 dps mean they'll get the constraint from here, and the size will be according to it.
Oh.
So it doesn't know which size.
So we still have manually constraints.
Yes, it's not manual. This yes, the constraint just for the linear layout. Then everything that's inside the linear layout will not need constraints. Okay.
Oh.
Now I add the text view to this linear layout. And I will change the the size should be display 1. I also put centered. And the text view will come from the title, from the image, right? So instead of put one text here, I put one from Android. They have one called untitled. So it's just a placeholder, okay? So string untitled come from Android, okay? This is a save on the string from Android. So I don't need to define anything for that. And also I need to change the ID. So I'm going to call it title text view. So now I'm going to put another linear layout, but the horizontal one. Okay. Then I'm going to put inside of it a button. One image view. And another button.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
How could you put the text view behind the linear layout, in the linear layout?
I just drag it to the linear layout.
I'll just drag it to the linear
Yeah,
layout.
you could drag it also to here, but you need to be sure that you are focusing on the linear layout. I'm going to change a little bit the size of to be 200 dps by 200 dps. I think 200 would be better, so let's change it a bit. And now go back. So 300, 200, I think it's okay for the image size. Now I want my linear layout of the horizontal one that I'm selecting now not to be the whole size of the screen, the whole height of the screen. So I change it here to, instead of match parent, to be wrap content. So I have the same height as the image. Okay. Yes.
Where do you put the first button?
We put everything inside the linear layout. Okay, the button, image view, and button. So we have a linear layout, a vertical one, then a text view, this is the title, then another linear layout. Horizontal, so I add the button, the image, and the other button. Yeah.
Here I keep the content, but just nothing.
Because your image change the size of the image, change the size of. I change the width and height of the image. My image is 300 dps by 200 dps. The size of my image. Here, the image is 300 by 300
That's the size
of the image view.
No, it's not possible to change that. Oh, okay.
And teacher? Teacher?
Yes.
For the button, what is the size?
Now we change the button size. Okay. So far we didn't change the button, but width will be wrap content, but the height we are going to change to match the parent. So we have the button all the way to the left. We're going to do the same thing with the other button. Change the height to be match the parent. So it has the same height as the parent. In this case, the parent is the linear layout. And now we're going to add another text view to my outer linear layout. So it's here on the bottom. Okay, and now the text here I also put untitled font, right? And also going to change to be on center. And the size will be medium, so a little bit bigger. And I'm going to change the ID to be index text view. Now I still need two things to finish. To change the button, the text on the button, on both buttons. The IDs we need to set, okay, for each one also. So to change the text on the button, we need to go to the string file. Okay, resource, values, strings. So I'm going to add string name, left, we need the character for left. Oh, let's do the other way around. I put also display 1 as a text for the button, so it looks a little bit bigger. And now the warnings, it's the hard-coded text. Let's fix it. Call left. And also the one from the right. Okay. One thing about it, if you see on the string file, it puts inside the say data, okay? Because bigger than, less than are special characters that XML needs to know when to start the tags and end the tags, okay? So they put inside the C data, okay? Other special character like space, special punctuation, also you need to do something kind of like this, okay? Yes.
I just ready. Remember what you done with the live, with the live. I can change the size of this, but the symbol was hidden, or can you this like the two are the same?
You can see
So I don't know.
you change the height of the wig, the weight of it. If it's a bigger weight, it should like have more size than the rest.
So I do the same with button two.
No, the button just always one. The normal I think it's one.
Oh, that means they are the same. They are the same
Weight, yeah.
Oh.
The two have to be just don't show up in the lineup at all. Text view.
Yeah, because you put the horizontal layout, so they try to fit everything on the horizontal. It should be perfect.
Only this is really. And I also need to match the constraints. I just like this. And how you get your text as big?
You can change the text properties. Text appearance. Split one. But it should also have
Web content.
Devices should be.
I think it's all the overlay.
1 0 here.
Yes, the weight of it.
L'attribut texte apparence cache. Que l'attribut texte apparence.
Avant de mettre
Is that the view here in one?
Yes, supposed to be one.
For my it's not one. It's not one. It's just magazine.
Oui, mais il va. En fait, c'est ça le pied vraiment. On a des tâches.
It's the altar rail.
So probably delete it again because the computer is kind of like weird.
So if you like, for example,
Yes, and change the size.
change the size to what content?
No, the size.
The size of the
No, the size of the text.
它的点点没对准度，这不是？哦，你说，那你调大小就好啦。不是啊，我们调的跟它大小一样的。那你是左右间距的宽重比不一样。但是我们这个不一样。
Good. Okay, now we're going to set the IDs. So we're going to call the left button. The image view, I'm going to keep image view because I only have one. And then I'm going to call the right button. Yes.
Can you show your string?
My string, yes. I put the left arrow and right arrow on the layout,
Okay.
and then I fix it with the warning, so they stack it to here as the C data. Okay.
Why you know?
下面这个你把它变成这样。
Oh, let me see this.
没有，是不是这个？那这个怎么改？这
里面是我没有让他们，就是可以直接把这个给不要拉长拉小，我没有把它全拉起来。就是这个需要
那你们搞笑了。
那你还记得他可以做拉
rap 根本是它去符合填充物的大小，让它变成这个样子。然后这个是这个填充物去充成这个东西。
Mine was
一个是
image
去符
view.
合那个填充物的大小，一个是填充物去符合方的大小。
Yes, and the linear.
那是方的，就是一些和这个类的。
对，就是这个里面填充物各自的
right drug 害的，这怎么把它变开了？
就我们把这个layout拉长就会这个8成会变长。然后这个刚刚那个就是让它变为这好像是这个是框会符合物体的大小。
哦，我知道了。
这个是对啊，这个你直接把它变成了那个变成。下面是。
你看我这个，看你这个。
然后可以搜
我这边就是提升，而且是这个很少。
我拔的太小了。
你拔错了。
这样拔吗？
对。 把图片，它已经改了，改了一起变。
和预设的样子。
对，这两边都要配合。那你拉了之后，它这里拉开始。
Is and the picture as you think
To make the image you need to stretch it because it's the way that yeah, but it's not stretched. You have the same aspect ratio. What you keep the same aspect ratio because if not you end up stretching the image. That's what it's doing. Why do you have the
I can select
if you have an image that's kind of like this, if you grow bigger, it's grow bigger like this, not like this on the top.
so this
See, the image is bigger here.
I can select. And the text view.
Yeah, probably going to delete it and do it again because I have a problem in computer. Just have to delete the other one. Okay, let's move into the code. So, for each image, we need a title, an image, and the index. Okay? One thing about it, we could do a bunch of if-else selecting. Oh, if on image 0 the title will be this one, the image will be this one, the index will be this one. Okay? But it's not the best way for us to work. Okay? The best way for us to work is with arrays. Okay? So we just tell, oh, put image that's on index 0, on index 1, and so on. So it'll be easier for us to work. Okay? Before we do that, let's put some images here. Okay? So I'm going to get some images. So I'm going to get this image here. Always make sure that you don't have space, uppercase, or special characters. Also going to say Patrick. Then Patrick Sponge. So, going to have 3 images, okay? I'm going to put drag and drop them to my drawable folder. And I'm going to say to refactor it.
%50 kastım. Şöyle de tabii.
So we're going to create here a Java class for image details. To save information about the image.
New Java class.
Yes, new Java class.
Okay.
So you're going to have two informations, the ID and the title. And then I'm also going to create the singleton again, okay? So we save the information there. So private static and aside this singleton, I'm going to have a private array list of image details. Oh, I forgot here on image this to put the constructor. Let's put it down. Yes, let's go back to the singleton.
And excuse me, sir. Could you explain the private static singleton instance, the constructor, the following two constructors, please? Thanks.
The singleton, the idea is no one can create it but himself. So he creates an instance of it, and it only exists only one instance in your whole code.
Yes.
So that way everything that's saved in it can be shareable, and also it's alive during the execution of your code. So no one can destroy it. So that way we put here our array of images here. So anywhere else we can access it. Okay.
And the line 9 and line 11, what are they stand for?
This one is the function that you can get this instance for order for you to use it.
Oh,
Okay. So you can use it, but you cannot delete it. That's the idea.
and the 9, why it's empty? What's that? It's a private method.
Yes, a private method, the singleton, so no one can construct it. No one can call the constructors but itself.
Oh, this empty method is to ensure that no
Yes.
one else can construct it.
Yes, because we put here private, because the full constructor normally are public.
Oh, so it just takes the place of the constructor of
Yes.
singleton.
Yeah.
So if I type this constructor somewhere else, it will give an error.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. So also you have one method to get the index of my images, and also to get the size of it. So now the main activity. We need to get all the components, okay? Put the information about them. So we have the title text view, text view, title text view, title text view, find view by ID, r.id dot title text view. We also need for the buttons, so it's left button, for the right button, for the image, and for the index. So I have here all the components that we are going to need. And I'm also going to have an integer here. Image index. Set this to 0. That to keep track of the image that's currently showing on the screen.
As a refactor, the ID is just campus data. But does not contain a declaration with ID left button. And I put it here, right button, left button. ID is the right. So I need to check. To match it. Yeah.
T'as tout fait ça? Faudrait que tu changes la étiquette. Tu m'as dit là tu rajoutes un... Ah, je sais, c'est le style. Je fais juste ça, le style.
How does that work? Okay, thank you. Review the project.
Okay, then we're going to have a method to update image details. But before we update the image details, what we need? In the singleton, we need to create all the image here on my image here on release, okay? So I'm going to singleton get instance add image details. So I need the title SpongeBob and then the ID dot double dot bob. So in my case I have just the image, so I have SpongeBob, Patrick Star, and Squid. So probably 0 will be SpongeBob, 1 will be Patrick Swap, and 2 will be Squid. And after it's called update image details. So it goes into this function. So then I'm going to get the details of the image index that we created here, that right now is 0. Why do we need as a number? Because after you're going to use on the bottom, on the right button you're going to increase +1, on the left less 1, and you have everything here on the update, knowing what to do when it changes. So then the title text field, the text will be the title, the image view will be the ID, and then in the text view, and then we're going to put here the title, the ID, and the text or text field to be the index plus 1 at the size. We put plus 1 because our array started at 0 and we are accustomed to use 1 as the first item. I have the problem about the 32 version. Let me change that. So I have here SpongeBob showing the image, the 2 buttons, and 1 of 2. Now we want to implement the buttons to change the image.
If it's to be for this. There's no warning. Images like this. You might have to repeat
But it's not showing anything because there is a problem.
And that's you write in the singleton.
Singleton, yes. That's the singleton. Because we started a project in Kotlin. When start the project, you select it here, and here you select the language. Let's try to create it. Choose the Java. All the
Je prends juste un
Regarde.
C'est le truc pour rencontrer un truc. J'ai vu il a glissé le texte
Then
Et tu
choose
as mis un
the
délai.
long. Here, let's try to do it there.
一直在里面打。
做了一个这个。
Part, so I'll
这是只在那里面的。我打开前面有没有啊？这个态度。不一样。
它是自己的一个 hint，就是稍微一个很
就读哪打
不用打，直接打这个，直接打这个。Add an image data, image data. And then you will fix it. And this one is missing from the list. Right? It's hard to look at it.
没有，不是这个，不是在里面的。这个这个是
Oh, it needs two functions here. Okay.
里面讲的是这个。 然后开始就加了这几个，还有然后待会就上市，去外部才干。
And it should be lowercase. So we should change the name. What's the option? To rename.
没有吗？
不是用这个呀，用另外一个。
So just now let's use this.
是用这个模型做的。因为我们在我们电脑上试这个模式不行。
Yeah, just and this one is not good. Check. Yeah, because you put the image view here. This is the index, yes. It's the image index. Set text. Okay. And on the image view, you're going to set image.
这个不行，我一直都没用另外一个。
Image resource.
要不报错了。
Okay. Yeah, because here it's cannot find switch to trying to find this also the switch. The image view text field is stand on. That's called text view 2. Browser view 1. 然后它的 console layout is here. See, on the console layout, not on the. There you go.
这前面是不是加了一个？
打都不往左走。Wider. Wider. Wider.
你说这个啊。
出来了。
其实是有一个赞成器。
C'est là, on le demande pas. On a juste les ressources, on a pas fait Ouais, faut les afficher. Yes. C'est pour afficher les images. Pour afficher cette image. Là, c'est une
Somebody put this character here.
La grosse image, je l'ai lu, je crois.
Ah oui, pour moi, c'est
Now we need when you press the button to change the image. Okay? So, we are going back to the main activity. And we're going to implement the click on the buttons. The plus button, the left button, the right button. So, left button, set on click listener. So every time the left click is pressed, it goes to here. Then we are going to say index text view, decrease, no, index, image index. We decrease one, and then we are going to update image text. And we are going to do similarly for the right button. Plus plus and update image text. So if you test, we now can change images, but if you're on the last one and you press, our application crashes. Because we need some form of checking if you're on the last one or in the beginning, because we don't have like an index 4 or 5, and we don't have an index -1 and so on.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Which line is responsible for changing the images? Show the images, change the images. I know the image index is changed by click. It shows.
Is this function here, update details, set image resource. You
this
get
is
from
not-
the array.
Set image resource.
Yes.
Ja.
Thank you.
Ça change. Quoi? Ça change.
Okay, so we need here on the image details to check if image index is less than or equals to 0. Probably have a problem with that. So I'm going to image index equals singleton so if the image is less than 0, I'm going to put on the last image, so it's going to look like a carousel, okay? And also, if my image index, actually not just less than, is bigger or equal than singleton get array size, we are going to do image index equals 0. So actually, if you get more than the last one, you go back to the first one. So now, if I'm on the last one, and also So now you saw more or less how we could work with arrays to have the content, okay? And the idea of the exercise is for you to continue the login one that you started probably last class, okay? The idea of you have a login screen that you have a user and password. If the login is okay, go to another screen saying it's okay, okay? Or maybe this gallery one, you decide. But you also have, and if it's not okay, you put a toast message. And you also have add user button that you can add a username, password, and name. Okay? And after it's added, if it logins, you can log in, okay? So probably username, password, and name cannot be hard-coded. You should put on an array. You should define a class, user class, with username, password, and name, and also have run array list of users on the singleton. Okay, so you create on the singleton array list of users. The users have a class that has username, password, and name. Okay, so every time the user add user put here the information, when he press save or go back, it will insert here on the singleton. Okay, and also here on the login. Okay. Okay.